In this video, I will show you how to make a Montessori quiet book page with a cute lamp. Thanks to the foil sewn to the place of the bulb and the movable strip, you can play day and night games. The lampshade can be rotated around the axis and detached. There is also a switch with wooden bead. Next to it you will also find a detachable cloud, a sun and a moon with embroidered smiley faces. The background is decorated with stars. So grab the patterns and let's get started. We will need stiff felt, scissors, vanishing markers, clips, velcro tape, hole punch, magnetic clasp with wallpaper knife and cutting mat, muslin, invisible foil, elastic band, wooden bead, and yellow piece of paper. Prepare patterns of the title Lamp Page Part 1 and 2 and cut out all the patterns from here and the first one from this page. In this pattern also cut out the inner shape. Place them on right color of felt, outline outer and inside shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out along the drawn lines. Place this paper pattern on the invisible foil and cut out its shape. It doesn't have to be very precise. Place the foil under the blue element so that it covers the hole and fasten it with adhesive tape. Sew both pieces along the edge of the hole with blue thread. Turn this element over and cut off excess foil along the seam line. Place this element on the blue one about 4 mm from the bottom edge and sew along the edge with pink thread. You can also fasten it with clips. Place the lamp base here so that it covers the bottom edge of the bulb, and the heart in its right part. Sew them along the edges with white and pink thread. In the next step, we will make cloud and stars. Please cut out these patterns. Place them on right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out along the drawn lines. Place stars on blue element in these places and sew them along the edge with yellow thread. Prepare velcro tape and velcro pattern and cut out 3 pairs of velcro with loop and hoop side. Now we will need 1 pair to make a cloud. The rest one we will use to make a moon and sun. Place velcro with a loop side in the center of this element and sew along the edge with white thread. Turn this element over, place the cloud on it, and sew along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is also white. In the next step, cut off excess felt along the edge of the cloud. Now cut off the remaining patterns to make the moon. Place them on white and dark pink felt, outline shapes with a vanishing marker, then cut them out. To cut out small or complex patterns, especially on dark felt, you can use interfacing fabric with glue. In the link at the top of the screen, you will find a video in which I describe it step by step. Place the cheek in this place and sew along the edge with pink thread. In the next step, I will draw a closed eye using a disappearing marker, then embroider it with black thread. I have 2 threads on the needle. If you don't like embroidery, you can draw an eye with a black fabric marker. Place velcro with a loop side in the right part of this element and sew along the edge with white thread. Turn this element over and place the moon in this place to cover the velcro seam. Then sew along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is also white. Next, cut off excess white felt along the edge of the moon. In the next step, prepare patterns with the title Lampshade Part 3 and cut out all patterns to make a lampshade. Place them on right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out along the drawn lines. I will draw 3 lines on the lampshade, which I will then sew with pink thread on the machine. In this pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place it on the lampshade so that they overlap, and mark dots in the places of holes. Then place black circles in these places and sew them along the edge with black thread. In the next step, I will draw eyelashes and a smile with a vanishing marker and embroider them with black mulling just like before. You can also use a black fabric marker. Now I will embroider twinkles in the eyes with white mulling using the French knot method. At the top of the screen there is a link to a video in which I explain how to do it step by step. You can also use white fabric marker. Place the cheeks in these places and sew them along the edge with pink thread. Place dark pink element under this one and secure it with clips. Sew both elements only where they meet, from here to this place. Prepare a bead and elastic band 20 cm long. Thread it through the bead. Connect the ends and make a loop. Next, place the bead with the elastic band under the lampshade and secure it with clips. Prepare this paper pattern and make a hole in the place of dot. Place the pattern on the pink element so that they overlap and draw a dot in the place of hole. Prepare first pair of the magnetic clasp. We will need a plate and a second part with a flat surface. Also take a wallpaper knife and a cutting mat. Place the plate here so that its hole lines up with the dot you drew earlier. Then with a disappearing marker draw 2 lines along the side holes. In the next step, make cuts with a knife along these lines. Now take a magnetic clasp with a flat surface and insert its arms into the holes. Then place the plate on it and bend arms outwards. Turn this element over, place the lampshade on it, and sew along the edge with pink thread. The bottom thread is also pink. In the next step, cut off excess felt along the edge of the lampshade. Prepare patterns with the title Lampshade Part 4 and cut them out. Place them on right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out along the drawn lines. Prepare a small piece of dark pink felt and a hole punch. Choose the largest size and make 2 circles. Place them on the circle in this place and sew along the edge with pink thread. In the next step, I will draw a face with a vanishing marker and embroider it with 2 black threads in the same way like last time. Place Velcro with a loop side at the center of this element and sew along the edge with white thread. Place this element under the circle and fasten it with clips. Turn this element over, place the sun on it, and sew only the circle along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is also white. In the next step, cut off excess thread along the edge of the circle. Place the sun, moon and cloud on the blue element in these places and mark the center of each one using a vanishing marker. Next, place Velcro with a hoop side in these places and sew along the edges with white thread. In the next step, we will make a sliding strip. I have prepared a pattern that is best printed on a yellow sheet of paper and then laminated. You don't have to buy a laminating machine for this purpose. This service should be available in every photocopier. Alternatively, you can use any stiff foil that is yellow and non-transparent. I will put a sheet of paper between the layers of the foil. And then put it into the heated laminator machine. Then cut out the shape along this line. Place the yellow strip under the blue element so that it's in the middle and secure it with clips. Then place everything on the base page. We will sew from here to this place. At the beginning and end of sewing, sew forward then back and repeat 3 times. In the next step, place the lampshade on the base page in this place and mark with a disappearing marker the place where the magnetic clasp touches the felt. Prepare a second pair of magnetic clasps with a plate and a part of a convex surface. Attach them to the base page in the same way as last time. Remember to slide the strap out first. Place the base page on dark blue felt and sew along the edge from here to this place with blue thread. The bottom thread is also blue. At the beginning and end of sewing, sew forward and back and repeat 3 times. In the next step, cut off excess blue felt along the edge of the base page. The lamp page is ready. I hope that tutorial was well explained and you managed to make another page for the book. I would be very grateful if you leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Nie ma. A tu nie ma. Hej, co to was pomogło? Ale nie chcę, żeby to była noc. Ale robi, ale się robi noc. Jest o tym mama. Ale jest był dzień. Wszyscy się... A co on jest? Wing. Wing. Już się robi.